Oh, that's better. Hey, oh, I'm gonna make you straight though. Ow. Ooh, not quite, but okay. Oh well, yep, okay. There we. Yeah, okay. Aye.
Oops, just lost it. Okay, we are almost on time. Ready to roll. And we are doing cooking in the Kr4 kitchen now from my home in Brussels.
Oh.
And we're just gonna wait till 8:30. Oh, and it is 8:30 right now.
8:30.
So, all right, welcome friends. Just taking my watch off. So, last week on our demo with a spice affair, I did 2 different dips. So I'm trying to come up with some ideas of things that you can use over the holidays. And if you're like me this year, I need to do a lot of pre-planning. So we had this big, huge coffee house at our church this weekend, and we did some different appetizers.
It was a great time. So
there's one I want to do, and I'm going to start with this one first, okay? So I've sort of tweaked this because, so it was meatballs with a cranberry sauce. So I have a meatball recipe. And instead of the cranberry sauce, I didn't want to buy cranberry sauce. I wanted to make my own cranberry sauce because I have a recipe that this is old. Actually, this is from, well, I bet you it was when Emily was in kindergarten, and she's now in her 4th year PhD. So she's what? She's going to be 33. So this was from when she was in kindergarten.
Hello,
it was
BJ.
Her
Thanks
kindergarten teacher, Mary Hall. So this
and
recipe.
Teresa Salter. Oh yeah.
Hi girls. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to make a double batch of this time because I want the sauce for the meatballs, but I also want this cranberry sauce for our Thanksgiving dinner, and this keeps in the fridge. So I'm doing a double recipe. So what I've got in here now is 2 bags. So they were about yay big. They were 12-ounce bags of fresh cranberries. So I've just dumped those into the pot. To this, and I will share the recipe in the post so you don't have to worry about quantities. And now I'm going to add in, it's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
2.5 cups of sugar. Oh, I should have maybe done
It's
this.
on sale.
Okay.
Last day
And
at
then
Foodland.
we're going to do some green apples. And that goes in here in with
Debbie Birch.
the chutney. So I'll chop these up nicely. And then I put some spices in here. So I'll be using my Spice Affair cinnamon. And then it also calls for ginger and ground cloves. And I'm not like, I don't eat cranberry sauce usually, but this chutney I do like. So you can use it for different things. You could also do with this is if you're making a charcuterie board, and you can put a block of cream cheese on your board, and then you can put some of this cranberry chutney, kind of like how you would do with red pepper jelly, right? Over top of your cream cheese. Well, you could also do instead this cranberry chutney over top of your cream cheese and have a spreader knife with that and your crackers. So you can use this for that. And if any of you have a cranberry sauce recipe that you use or different things that you would do with cranberry sauce, I'll ask you to post them
Hey, cranberry drinks.
in the comments so that you can encourage other people with different ideas as well, right? And remember, when you post your recipe ideas or pictures of different things that you've tried or cooked with at home, post them in the VIP group, because once a month I give away a gift certificate to someone who has encouraged others in the group. So whenever you post, you will be encouraging, you will be sparking an idea, inspiring someone with your idea. Plus, I think it's always nicer to hear from people in the group instead of always hearing from me. So it's really it's really good.
And Teresa Salter has always given us great ideas. Yeah. Thank you, Teresa.
When other people post, it's very helpful. Okay. And what was it one day? My demo I did the other, what did I do? It was a recipe that I was inspired by. It was Linda Clark. I'm trying to think, what demo did we do a couple weeks ago?
Pauline, it's all a blur.
Can't remember what was it. Chicken? Oh, for goodness sakes. I remember it was Linda though.
What's happening with ground beef?
I'm gonna do something
Okay.
with the ground beef, dear.
Okay.
It's not gonna be all done when they're
Oh
on,
dear.
but we're gonna get this cranberry sauce going, because this has to cook. So John's gonna be busy at the stove because he has to bring this to a boil, stirring constantly.
She's making me do this so I don't constantly interrupt her. Oh.
Maybe some theory to that. Okay, I should have cut these up ahead of time, guys.
Okay, I want some opinions. Do you like my interruptions? Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Okay, so almost done. And again, I'm doubling the recipe, so that's why I had to do 2 green apples.
God just made little green apples.
But honestly, this is totally good to make ahead of time. It will keep in the fridge. You can even can it if you want to, but this stuff keeps. So if you can get it done ahead of time, by all means, do that.
Of course, she is asking what we're making tonight.
What we're making tonight. We are making meatballs with a cranberry sauce. So I'm going to be making them up small because I want to use these as an appetizer. We have an open house on Christmas Eve. So I want just like finger foods.
Susan Downey says yes as well. Thank you, Susan.
Susan said yes to what?
She likes my input.
Input, yes, but not interruptions.
Well, it's the same thing.
Well,
let's face it, it's the same thing.
Okay. So, okay, almost done, guys. So, green apples.
Oh.
And we're going to throw those into the pot.
I was shoveling and I fell down the stairs. Hurt my wrist. Hurt left wrist.
Okay.
My left knee. And my left hip, so I'm kind of like, walking
right.
kind of funny.
So, there's the
I know it's not funny.
apples and the cranberries. Okay, and then I'm going to do 2 teaspoons. I'm sorry, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, and I'm using the powdered ground ginger, which you can get from a spice affair.
I think I need some wine.
2 teaspoons ground ginger. Okay. 1.5 cups of water.
For the
It really is easy to make, and it's delicious. Anytime I brought it, people have loved it. And now we're going to do 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, which I got a heck of a deal of from Spice Affair. And this is like the good cinnamon, guys. So 4 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon and a teaspoon cinnamon. And then we are going to do 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. Okay.
Cheers, Cheryl. do it. I have to do it right-handed now.
Half a teaspoon. That looks a bit much. Okay, so that's what we do to make homemade
I don't know what that means. Oh,
chutney. That's just the stove coming, the oven coming to heat. Okay, so honey, you can take this over. You're gonna have to stir it up. Okay, so that goes over onto the stove top.
I'll do it. I got a right hand.
Okay. All right, so cranberry sauce on the go. Now I'm going to start off. So this recipe was, I'm just draining the extra juice out of this meat here. Okay. So I have
This is
one.
how we make a wasai bowl.
Huh?
You know, here the wasai. I mean, W-A-I-S-S. Anyway, it's red wine and a bunch of stuff like this.
I'm not sure what he's talking about. Okay, I'm starting off with 1 pound of ground meat. So I altered my ingredients a little bit because the recipe was for 1.5 pounds. But okay, so 1 pound of ground beef. It calls for chopped onion. Not chopping up an onion tonight. Instead, I'm going to use
everything onion.
Yep, everything onion. My hands are clean, so I'm just going to end up going right into here. So just open those up. Okay, so I'm going to do kind of like a couple of tablespoons. Okay, and then I want some panko crumbs to help hold them together. I'm going to do an egg, and then we're going to add a bit of ketchup. Okay, and ketchup. Where's that recipe? And throw that into the sink, but that wasn't smart. You can put that back in the fridge, please. And you're supposed to stir that constantly.
I
by the
am.
way.
I was.
And Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to add, I want these to have a little bit more oomph to it, okay? So I want something more than just the onions. So I'm going to add garlic because who doesn't like garlic? So we'll throw in some fresh garlic. And John always likes salt, so we're going to do this, which is the GPS, which is garlic, pepper, and salt. So I'm going to throw some of that in, okay? And now we're going to make up the meatballs. So I'm just getting it in there and dirty with my hands, girls, guys, whoever's watching. Okay, so we're going to mix up these meatballs. Now, excuse me, I do have a scooper spoon. However, I'm not going to use that one tonight because I want these to be really small, kind of like cocktail meatballs, right? Because I want them, like I said, for finger foods. Now, the recipe I initially read, it said to put them into, like I can cook them all up. Now you can pan fry them or bake them. I'm going to bake them in the oven. I have a parchment line sheet here, okay? And then I will freeze them individually. Then I will have the sauce. So when it comes to serving them, what I will do is I will heat them up in the oven.
It's a long way down.
In like a pan, sort of a shallow baking pan. And then I'm going to pour some of this cranberry sauce right over the top, okay? And the cranberry sauce that I'm making,
Okay. Well,
that's
it's
when
been a while.
John, when I serve them.
Oh.
So we're making up the sauce. It's going to be stored in the fridge. And then I'm going to cook these up tonight. So I'll share a picture when they're done. Okay. So I'm going to cook these up tonight. Then I will freeze them on the cookie sheet with my silicone liner. Then I can just throw these all into a bag. And then on Christmas Eve, I'll take them out, put them in the oven to heat them up, and I'll put them in a pan. I might just heat up the cranberry sauce and pour it over top and serve them all kind of like in a baking pan. So if you have some ideas on that, I would love to hear your ideas. And what ideas, what things will you be preparing for the holidays? What kind of appetizers do you like to serve? What are you creating? Because again, if you share these ideas in our group, it will inspire others. And another thing, well, I'll just tell you about another one I'm going to make is, my hands are too icky to make it tonight, but I did get a hold of some green tortilla wraps, okay? And then what I do is...
What's the green? What's in the green?
Oh, I don't know, maybe pesto or something, I don't know. Spinach.
Pesto.
Pesto or spinach, I don't know. Makes them green, I don't care. Anyways, so it'll be the green wraps, and then I take a block of cream cheese with about quarter cup of red pepper jelly. Now my daughter had made me some red pepper jelly this year, so I used that.
Pesto and garlic.
Okay. And so you mix the cream cheese with red pepper jelly and the everything onion, about a tablespoon of that, okay? Mix that up. Roll it onto your green tortilla wraps, and then, or spread it out, and then roll them. And then what I did was I rolled them individually into cellophane and put them in the fridge for them to cool, or to get cold, because they're easier to cut when it was cold, okay? And then what we did, we cut them into circles and we piled them high in different size circles so that it piled up high looking like a Christmas tree, okay? So that's another really easy, and I'll post the recipe for that one too. But that's another really easy appetizer to do, and I might make that ahead of time as well, because I can freeze the tortilla wraps already, like in the roll, and then defrost them and then slice them. So that's a few different ideas.
Pulled pork.
To share. Oh, pulled pork, yes, in a crock pot. That would be great. Oh, and something else I'm making.
Which we have pulled pork.
Yes, we do have a pulled pork seasoning, BJ. I'm also making, my daughter loves this, rumaki. So
Oh, yeah.
rumaki is, I did soy sauce, ketchup, rice wine vinegar, and ginger and garlic. And then we do it with a piece of chicken breast and a slice. Oh, is that the water chestnuts?
Water chestnuts I've been chopping up.
So he's chopping up the water chestnuts. So piece of bacon wrapped around a water chestnut and a piece of chicken, and then we cook those up, roll them up in the oven, and baste them with some extra bit of that sauce too. So
You made them for the
open house.
the open house that we shared with another church. It was wonderful, 2 churches together. And the rumaki went.
Oh, it was
man.
gone.
It was gone.
It was gone. Yeah. So, and I did 3 pounds of bacon, and I don't know how many pounds of chicken it was. So, anyways, okay. So, those are some ideas for you guys, for hopefully giving you some nice ideas for some appetizers over the holidays. And yes, we will. We will be tuning in again next week. So that's what's today? 11, 17, 18.
Might have another guest.
So. Not on the 18th. Maybe. Okay.
Sure.
Anyways, so those are some ideas for you for the holidays. I hope you like some of those ideas. And again, would love to hear you guys share your ideas of what you'll be doing for appetizers for the holidays. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And
This
honey,
is my
you have to hit the
pain
off
reliever.
button.
Yes. Okay.
Because my hands are still rolling meatballs. And I'll post pictures, guys, and the recipes. Okay?